Hi, I here. This is a reading for the sign of Capricorn. We're going to pull two cards from the Thoth deck, and that's going to represent the energy that is currently surrounding you. What we see on the bottom of the Thoth deck is going to represent your general energy. We're then going to pull 9 cards from the huge tarot deck and turn those over slowly to see what messages unfold or what story is being told. What we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent the general theme of this reading. Once we get an idea what the message is that needs to come through, we're then going to pull 1 card from the shadow deck to see what's in your subconscious energy. And what we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent what you don't see coming. So let's just see what happens. Alright, so we are tuning in today to the energy of Capricorn. So if that is your sun, your moon, your rising, however you currently are identifying with the sign of Capricorn, you can use that as a way to interpret the messages that are coming through today. And if the messages don't seem to resonate with you, that's okay. Never try to force anything. Just take what fits, leave what doesn't. And you can always check your other placements, or you can just stick around and see what's going on in the world of other Capricorns. So let's see what we can get today for all of you Capricorns out there. What things do we need to be aware of? What messages should we meditate upon? What things should we think about? What should we keep our eyes on? What should we be aware of? What ideas need to come through today for the sign of Capricorn? So as I said, we're going to pull 2 cards from this Thoth deck. That'll represent what's going on around you. And then the underside, what we see on the bottom, is going to represent your general energy. Let's get one more good shuffle here. I didn't like that one. That was better. Okay. So let's see what is going on around you, Capricorn. So we'll pull 2 cards. That's 1. That's 2. So that's what's going on around you. I'll check that in just a second. Your energy. Oh, look at that. The Empress. That's a fantastic start. So you are channeling the energy of creativity, abundance, comfort, just that nurturing, positive Empress energy of going towards what you want and being able to create the beautiful things that you want to create, or be surrounded by the things that make you feel positive and joy and happiness. This is one of the happiest cards you can get in the deck. So this is a fantastic place to be sitting right now. Really enjoying that nice, positive, fertile Empress energy. What's around you? Oh, wow. 10 of Cups and the Princess of Cups. You got good things coming in for you. So this is the card of really channeling the most positive and abundant life in the physical realm. This is the completion of the suit of Pentacles, which is all about things in the physical world, whether it's work or things you're trying to build, creative projects. And this is the positive completion of whatever this is. I mean, literally this card is covered with coins. This is the wealth card. This is very good energy. To have the Empress, this completion of this wealth, and the Princess of Cups, this is the sort of offering or the primordial positive emotional love energy just sort of boiling out of the ground, ready to be presented. Lots of creativity, lots of abundance. This is really positive. This is really, really nice. This just feels like joy and success and happiness and creativity just like oozing out of the ground. So whatever you are doing right now, this feels really awesome. So let's see if we can get a narrative around this. Again, we've got positive energy of success and wealth, creative flow coming from the just feeling like it's just channeling right through you and ready to create, ready to just birth this positive energy into the world. So this is This is joy. This is some really nice, joyful energy. I love this. So let's see if we can get some context to what has either brought us to this, what's leading us to this, but I'm liking this. I have a feeling this is going to be really, really positive. Okay, so we're going to pull 9 cards from this. This is the Huge Tarot deck. This is my oldest deck that I own. It was the first tarot deck I ever bought. I got it in a voodoo shop in New Orleans, and had no idea how to use this thing. But I still have it. It's still in surprisingly good condition, and I've been using it for this last couple of rounds of readings. But it's just a standard Rider-Waite style deck. I just really liked the art that was in it. Alright, so let's see what is going on with you guys, you Capricorns out there, or you gals. I'm feeling good. This is great. You guys are in a good space. So let's see if we can get some context to this and see what is going on. Hopefully just more of this positive energy, because I'm loving it. I'm loving this. Alright, so the theme of this reading, 5 of Wands. That is a different energy. Conflict, disputes, competing forces in a not so positive light. Not positive competition, but things that are in conflict. Challenges of different ideas. So perhaps this is not where we are. This is where we want to get. But I have a good feeling this is where we will be getting to. But there are challenges that are going to either be brought up because of or preceding whatever this positive energy is that you're floating around in. So you got creativity, you got abundance, and you've got the Empress. I mean, maybe people are jealous. Maybe this is maybe things are just going really well for you, and you've got some jealous energy around you. So let's see. Let's see where this all starts. And it starts with the Fool. Nice, positive, open-mindedness. Just no real agenda, no real plan. Not trying to do one thing. Just floating, going with the flow. And I think you're going to get from the Fool to the Empress here. You're going to find your way to success and happiness and creativity. But there will be conflicts. There definitely will be conflicts. I mean, it's the theme of the reading here, so... but you are just, you're stepping on the stage with just this childlike innocence of I just want joy and I want to find my joy. Let's, what do we need to do to get there? More happy energy. The 9 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So, okay, so I see you coming into this situation, and you've got an open mind. You're ready for whatever is going to happen. You're ready for whatever the world is going to throw at you. And I feel like you are navigated by joyful optimism, not just because of the Fool card, but because of the 9 of Cups. Right? This is the Cloud 9 card here of just being able to bask in your own joy, finding peace. It's not as much of a joy with others so much as finding what makes you personally happy and just sort of, relishing in that joy. I mean, look at that guy there with all his cups. He's got everything he needs. He is ready to go. And on the other side of the Fool, we have the 3 of Wands. So this, I think, is perhaps taking that sort of... I mean, there is a sort of naivety to the Fool. He doesn't have a plan. And I think that is what is lacking. I think if you want to continue to maintain this sense of joy, there needs to be some sort of plan in motion. So I think the idea here is that you're going to take this joy, this willingness to go into whatever happens, and you're just going to step one foot forward towards the things that make you happy. And when you take that step forward, I think that is going to sort of let things unfold naturally for you. In the sense that I think you're going to be okay not actually having a plan. The more I look at this, it feels like things are almost sort of naturally going to work out for you. As you're stepping forward, it's almost as if the things you need to find and interact with almost seem to present themselves to you. it's almost as if there are things that are happening and they're not something that you're actively controlling, yet they're still working in your favor and bringing you the joy that you seek. And all you really have is this positive, happy, fool-like energy. I mean, look at him. He's just trying to play with that butterfly. There are things going on around you, and you're headed in the right direction, but you're not focused on those things. You're just enjoying your happiness, and you are playing with that butterfly, whatever that butterfly is for you. But still, somehow, in this, unaware joy, you are moving towards success, as if effortlessly. So, well, nice. Oh, and there's the love coming in, and there is the foundation. So, okay, as you're sort of floating through this situation, again, I don't see why we have the Five of Wands here. Everything seems very natural and smooth. So as you're floating through this life and just things are going well for you, perhaps, okay, maybe there is a conflict that's starting to rise here. Perhaps someone came into your life with an offer. So everything's going smooth, everything's great, you're moving in the right direction, and something that makes you happy is being presented to you. So you're in this Nine of Cups energy, but you don't have everything. You're missing something. You're missing that 10th cup. And I think someone comes into your life or has or will come into your life to offer you this 10th cup. And that's what shakes things up, because up to this point, I think when it's just you doing your thing, you're able to sort of naturally go with the flow and just things work out. But when you've got someone else involved, then there's a little bit of juggling that has to be accomplished if you're going to be able to actually move forward with other people. If you're the Fool, you don't have to worry about what is or isn't coming to you. It's just, whatever works for you is all that matters. But if you're going to be in collaboration with someone else, then you're going to have to build your plans around what works for them as well. And this isn't bad, but this is definitely something that takes more thought and planning than what the Fool has to offer. So you see here in the Four of Pentacles, he's got everything he needs. He's got more than he can really handle, but it looks like he's starting to sort of struggle a little bit with being able to hold all this on his own. So again, I think maybe at a left field, some offer to help you complete the picture of what it is you're working for comes in, but it's not an easy, smooth transition, because now you have to be more engaged than you were when you were living as the Fool. King of Wands. Yeah, so I think, again, it almost feels as if things work very naturally for you, but now you have to move from the Fool energy into a more commanding, powerful energy. So the free-flowing air energy of the Fool, I think, is now going to have to swell into you and become a more controlled, and it's going to now be fueled by some kind of fire, some passionate, powerful energy that is going to require focus and concentration, but you're going to take all of that sort of free-flowing, airy Fool energy, suck it inward, and that's what's going to help you. So here, I mean, look at him. He's just kind of like trying to hold on to all of this stuff, and he's struggling. But if you maybe like take a good deep breath, really stretch yourself out, and pull all your strength together, then you can get your pinnacles in a row, so to speak, right? Maybe pretend they're ducks or something. And that's, I think, what has to be done if you're going to respond to this cup energy. So the Knight of Cups comes in with the offer. It shakes the foundation, but you are strong and powerful, and you've got the ability to be able to recalibrate and handle this change and move forward in a more commanding fashion, now that you've maybe got some sense of a purpose or a direction or reason to be moving in whatever direction you're moving in. So a little bit of a shakeup, but nothing you can't handle. And in fact, that shakeup looks like it's bringing you into your power, into your authority, and making you the king that you can be, rather than just the Fool who is, good at what he does, but not really actively trying. Now there's an effort put forth that makes this feel a little bit more intentional. Okay. Still not sure I'm seeing where the Five of Wands is coming from. I'm not seeing a lot of conflict here. Everything still feels very smooth and natural. Okay, Four Swords. Oh, there we go. Five of Swords. That doesn't feel good. Okay, so that's defeat. So perhaps then once you've come into this energy and you're feeling more grounded, but like maybe grounded is the wrong word. I mean, the King of Wands, he's in control, but I mean, he's the King of Fire. So maybe whatever this offer was and your response to it has brought a lot of excitement and power to your life, and maybe you feel a little burned out. You know, maybe when this love offering or creative spark or whatever, this person or thing that comes to shake stuff up, it helps you become more grounded, but maybe that almost takes more out of you than you're expecting. I mean, if you've been living like the fool and then suddenly you're going to pull all your energy together and be this commanding, authoritative King of Wands, that's going to drain you in a way that you're not expecting. And so perhaps that leads you to a place where you're going to have to rest. After you've done this transformation, you've gone through this process, now this brings you to a place where you're going to have to start to collect your thoughts more. I mean, this is sort of the opposite of the Fool. This is very stable, solid thought air energy, but it's not chaotic air energy. It's very structured, rigid air energy. So I'm seeing maybe this power swelling then is met with a sort of stiff, cold stop, reflect, readjust. Let's think about where we are now and what we're doing. And perhaps when you take that time to rest and think about things, an extra sword makes its way in here and makes you feel perhaps a sense of defeat. Now, I wonder what's got you to feeling defeated. I mean, you're the King of Wands, powered by you got the some of the most powerful fire energy in the deck, powered underneath it by the endless optimism and openness of the Fool. So I'm wondering what comes along and really sticks you in the back here to give you this Five of Swords energy. I mean, this is the card of defeat. This guy he's taking this other person, he's really putting him down. So whatever you were reflecting upon when you were in this contemplative place, it stirred up something that you maybe weren't addressing before. So if you really had this open Fool energy, and then you finally take the time to look inward and see what's going on, maybe you found something you didn't like. Everything's working for you, you're feeling very good, but perhaps you stepped into a place that you weren't expecting to sting as much as it did. I mean, everything around this feels positive, except for this card right here. This is the only really negative thing I'm seeing here, so I think it's something you weren't expecting. Maybe it's small, but it's definitely standing out amongst the rest of these cards here, so I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Okay, there's some more conflict. Yeah, so I think after you kind of hit your stride and you really came into your power, you started looking more reflectively at what's going on. This stirred up some things that you weren't expecting that really made you start to question, am I as strong and powerful as I feel like I am? And this sets you off on a path of short-term setbacks. The positive energy that you were really channeling all this time is now sort of met with it feels so out of place here. Everything feels so positive and so great until you stop to think about it. Maybe you're running from something that you don't know how to process, and maybe that's why you were the Fool and why you were basking all this happy, joyful energy, is that you weren't really analyzing something that needed to be looked at. And when you took that time to look at it, it really hurt. And then that energy, that internal, thoughtful energy, started to manifest in the real world. And the Five of Swords, that was just this mental pain, actually became physical setbacks. But then you've got the Empress here. So, I mean, you're heading in a positive place, or interesting. Maybe it's a situation where you are the king and you found your Empress and you found your joy, and then you're like, now what? You know, maybe once you got everything you wanted, that put you in a place of not being sure what to do with everything now that you've got it. So you just took a rest. You know, you climbed to the top almost effortlessly. You stopped, you reflected upon what you had. It stirred up a bit of negativity that then manifested in the real world, and I think that's what's actually keeping you from getting back to this positive Empress energy that we started with. Everything was good until you hit a bump in the road, and it just threw everything out of whack. But you got wealth around you. You've got creativity around you. But it's got a little blockage here. It's a little blockage. It's not a lot. I mean, it's the Five of Pentacles. That's not fun. It's a night out in the cold, but it's not a lifetime in the cold. It's just, maybe missing out on what you could be having because something mentally is making you feel lesser than you need to feel. So whatever that is for you, it's not something that should be stopping you because you seem unstoppable. But that's the conflict here. It's got to be. It's the only thing here that's really arising that is an opposing force is maybe you're your own worst enemy. You have everything you want, and when you look back on it and you see how effortlessly it came to you, you almost question, was this really me, or do I really deserve this? And you're making yourself hurt when you don't have to make yourself hurt. I mean, you're right here in the middle. You're the the King of Wands. You're the King of Wands. You got the Knight of Cups over there offering you all the joy you need, and the Empress is sitting underneath all of this. You got everything going for you. I think the conflict is just you with yourself and doubt, and there's a little bit of self-doubt here. There shouldn't be. You seem capable. So I don't know. Let's see what's in your unconscious energy. I feel like this might tell us a little more. So what is in your unconscious energy? What are you thinking about? Or what is beneath what you're thinking about? What's motivating the way you're thinking? I want to know why the Five of Swords. I think the Five of Swords set off the Five of Pentacles, and it's keeping you from the last leg of this to really find the Empress energy. So what is it that's got you stuck? Interesting. Look at that. Right behind the Empress, again, the Nine of Cups. So you've got what you need. You have all the tools. I just think you're... Again, I don't think it's a big thing. I just think you're kind of maybe stuck in a place of doubt, maybe. So much positive energy. It's like you're unstoppable, you're capable of anything, and yet you're not happy by the end of this. Ace of Spheres. Okay. Maybe you're cooking up some new idea. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's the idea. Again, maybe you found everything you needed, and the conflict is you trying to figure out, well, now that I've done everything, what's the next thing maybe? And this leads to anxiety, which leads to actual self-sabotage to some degree. But you've got something cooking up inside of you. You've got an Ace of Spheres. You're ready to build something new. You just need to get out of your own way. And what you don't see coming is the King of Spheres. Yeah, I mean, again, everything about this is like you've got it. You know what you're doing. You almost don't even have to try. Things work out on their own. You come in, people come to you and give you the things you need, and you struggle a little bit, but that struggle helps you become stronger. So whatever this Five of Swords is, whatever this defeat is, it's a small defeat. Don't let it define you. You've got, your energy is the Empress. You can build anything you want to build. You can make whatever you want to make. You've got ideas that have not even come to the surface yet. And you don't even realize that you could be the king of your own physical world even better than you already have. You can not just be the King of Wands, you can be the King of Spheres too. You can be the creative genius, and you can be the strong entrepreneur. And you've got all the wealth that you need. You've got all the creative energy you need. You've got everything you need. But you got a Five of Swords and a Five of Pentacles just making you feel bad. So don't let that get you down. Don't be at conflict with yourself. You have awesome, powerful energy. Channel that energy. Do something good with it. Make the world better. Don't sabotage yourself, because that's all I see here is a perfect situation that's being sabotaged by small little setbacks and little bits of self-doubt, and there's no reason to do that. I feel like this is you attacking yourself, and you don't need to do that. So whatever that means to you, and again, as always, if you see more messages in here than what I'm saying, or you're getting a different sort of interpretation, use your judgment to see what this message is supposed to be for you. But what I'm seeing is get out of your own way, get back in touch with whatever it is that helped you be successful, get back in touch with that childlike fool energy, and don't let this sword energy bring you down and bring you to things that are going to make you feel, at least in the short term, sort of out of control with the things that you feel really strongly connected to in your life. You know, you're able to hold on to all of these things and create all these things. Don't let small setbacks really define you. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, please like and subscribe. If you know other people who would enjoy these videos, please share it with them. And yeah, again, I hope this was helpful, and or at the very least enjoyable, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.